Welcome back, everybody, to the MCS. I'm back finally on the desk. It's been a few weeks. I had to do some GM stuff, some behind-the-scenes stuff, but we're here, and I am joined by Iwu. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Excited to be here. Excited to close out week 9 of Premiere with you, and I'm just ready for some Rocket League, honestly.
Yeah, we got the Rhythm. We have Skies, Calster, and Midas versus Ches, Fuego, and Rimzik. And if you look at the standings, what they are contending for, you have Rhythm, who, if they win this game, they can make a jump pending results on today. They can make a jump from 11th to 10th, and they potentially could even go even higher depending on game differential tiebreakers. They could potentially go from 11th all the way to 8th, depending on how they play out the series. So big jump potential for Rhythm. And then on the side of Fargo, you're just fighting to stay alive in that 5th place spot because there's not a lot of points separating them and even Rhythm right now. A lot of the middle pack teams from 11th to 5th are within arm's reach of each other for the rest of the games we have for this season.
All right. Thanks to Stewie in the production booth, giving us the score update. We'll see what happens there. It's a big week for the Rhythm, as you said. The potential big jump in the standings to where they'd be the 8 seed, which gives you just a bit of a better matchup than the 11. But we do have all the players in here if you want to go over the starting lineups real quick.
Yeah, it was Skies, Calster, Midas versus Ches, Fuego, and Remzik, unless there is a sub that I didn't see. But, I mean, both of these teams are close on the standings. On paper, I think they both have equally. I mean, Midas is a player to look out for, but so is Ches. Pretty much everybody on all these rosters is someone that has some, is what they say, aura to them. So I think this is going to be a close series. I know we're hoping for sweeps for the rest of the day. just to keep it tidy, but I don't think either of these teams want to get swept, so we'll see.
Yeah, as we head into game 1, it'll be the Rhythm in the blue. It will be the Steelhawks in the orange, as there's a double commit by the Rhythm early to kind of neutralize their offensive possession. But that one just goes a bit wide. Sky's shot shut down. Midas almost gets it over Ches. Midas cannot finish. He gets to the bump. It's a wide open net. There's nobody there. Can Midas turn it around? No. Calster was first there but couldn't get it. It was a save. And the Rhythm are starting early here with this one.
Yeah, right off the kickoff. They just kept it in Steelhawks half and shot after shot. I mean, eventually it had to go in with how many open nets they were given, but right off the rip, Rhythm look really hungry. They know they can jump up a lot in standings, and 8th place going into the last regulation week of the season would be huge. Maybe if Steelhawks don't have anything to say about it, but just not quite the shots they need. Light touch, maybe a pass opportunity, but it's blocked away. If they can get to top 8 from this week, they have to win a lot less games in that second major to potentially get a top 4. If you get top 4 going into LAN, you get 2 lives instead of 1, which is a huge advantage. You have a whole extra series that you can kind of use to your advantage. Maybe it's a warm-up series right off the bat when you get in, or maybe it's against a tougher team that you've struggled with. But either way, they're not looking to give this one up. And so far, it's been mostly Rhythm. Another attack here. Shot follow-up just off target, but it bounces back to the middle. Callister can't get there, and maybe Steelhawks find a counterattack.
Yeah, Fargo been on the back foot for most of this game 1 so far, as Midas was looking for the double. He'll get the 100 boost, but beat out there. Callister can take this, and not a ton of boost going off the ceiling. It's Midas!
My goodness.
And he has the perfect touch.
How does Midas get... He goes from their corner, drives all the way up to the ceiling, jumps off of it, and just reads Callister. I don't know if they drew that one up as soon as Callister touched the ball, but it's beautiful awareness from Callister. Doesn't throw away the ball, touches it to himself. Midas, obviously there for it, and the result is an amazing passing play, and all the notes are just in their proper chords right now. Their guitar is tuned perfectly. And the rhythm are just, there's still 3 minutes left. So, you know, if you're a Steelhawks fan, you're definitely not completely out of this one yet, but Rhythm it's just been a parade for them so far in this game 1.
Yeah, what a start. And absolutely, I mean, they're off to a great base here at game 1. Callister banging away. And, I mean, nothing really threatening from Fargo so far in game 1. I am known to curse teams, so we'll see about that. Remsick, yeah. Remsick was a bit awkward off his backboard there, but Fuego just gonna get beat up by Sky. Sky's backwards, still on this somehow. Gets a great 50. Remsick will have to get the touch. Whoa, it's an own goal off a dunk by Midas, and it's 3-0 Rhythm.
I think Skies is able to nab. Yeah, he nabs that boost out from Remsick, has absolutely 0. Does the best he possibly can, but just the way that Midas challenged that, he angled it to where the 50 would pinch at least towards the net and does a good job. And it's been really quiet from the Steelhawks, not only in the scoring department. We might see another one from Midas here. Flip reset gets it around 1, but 50 doesn't really go the way he wanted. And counterattack. Steelhawks, not only do they have no goals, they only have 1 shot right now, Ewu. They have been very quiet on offense, and with how Rhythm are playing right now, you really need to put some pressure on them, because when you're letting them roam free like this, they can do some crazy things.
Yeah, for sure. But still a lot of time left in this series. I get saved by Skies. There was the second shot. This should be a goal, and it will for Remsick. It was just awkward for Skies being the last guy back. Midas and Callister both out of the play. And Remsick's not going to miss that. Skies at his best there, but 94 seconds to play, 2 goals needed, and maybe they've cracked the seal here, and we will get something. But Skies off the kickoff, just wide. Fuego up early. He will get the touch out. Callister there with full boost. Fuego with nothing but a big bump comes in. Now Ches down the left side into the left corner. Midas dunk. It's a team bump. It's a beautiful save by Midas, and it keeps it a 2-goal lead for now.
He was able to put a hand up on that shot, and he pinches it just high. 2-goal lead within a minute. So much more safer than just another save having to come up from Rhythm. Their defense is being tested right now to the backboard. No one's there, and another save coming up for Rhythm. Callister this time. They cannot get the ball out of their half. Skies dunked. Stays there. Unfortunate double tap goes the way. Might be an open net. Backflip comes out. So much chaos happening right now, but out of it, Rhythm are gonna love this time kill that's providing them. Holding on to that 2-goal lead for as long as they can. A beautiful flip reset passing play, though, coming down from the other end in Steelhawks. They look alive in this game 1.
Yeah, Remsick right to Ches, who just cuts across the middle. Nothing the defense could do. Shots coming in so fast. 38 seconds. It's a 1-goal lead. Will we see a comeback? I mean, it's been a complete 180 of how this game has started. Fuego, it's hit away by Midas, but Ches already up. It's gonna be a tough play. Remsick will just loft it forward. Midas awkward, so Callister takes 20 seconds. It will be a free ball. Fuego to Ches. Ches full boost. Skies up early, gets the dunk. No boost though. And 15 seconds, a big demo. Fuego takes. Callister and Midas in that same spot. A couple double commits leave it. Fuego had no power on the shot. Skies will bang it away, and this will possibly do it. A good touch by Ches. Skies to Fuego. Fuego to Remsick. Remsick. The backboard is cleared away. Still up for now. Off the ceiling. It is clambered away into the orange half. This should do it. And it will, as Midas will tuck it away on 0 seconds. Rhythm take game 1.
Not the 0-second goal that Steelhawks are hoping for, but this might be a kind of a bucket of water thrown on Steelhawks' faces. They started to wake up more towards the latter half of that game 1, and I think going into game 2, they're not going to get off to as cold of a start as they did for most of this game. They only had 1 shot across their entire team. Towards the end there, they started picking it up the pace and end up, I think, tying or getting really close to Rhythm shots. I mean, that's showed in the scoreline too. It was a 1-goal game up until that 0-second goal. So, I don't know. Game 2, a lot on the line for both teams. Rhythm maybe can take that momentum, get off to a hard start again, try to sweep Steelhawks. But Steelhawks, I don't think they're going to, like I said, none of these teams want to go on the other end of a sweep, so they're going to be fighting for it. But we'll see. It's not clear-cut yet which team kind of has the advantage. But if Rhythm have that kind of start to this game 2 that they had in game 1, it'll be really tough. And I think we're gonna have to remake the lobby because I think a player wasn't able to join the lobby in time, unfortunately.
Unlucky.
So yeah, what were your thoughts on the first match?
I like that. I mean, the Rhythm, they were very good. It took some unfortunate plays and a very good passing play for Fargo as to where when Rochester got their goals, besides the one ceiling shot goal, it kind of just came easy to them. And that's the biggest thing, just staying consistent throughout the 5 minutes of, peaking in the first 2.5 and then kind of losing your lead in the last and having to sweat the rest of the game out when, I think we both thought it was going to be pretty comfortable for them.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a good fight from Steelhawks to bring it back. They had an opportunity to maybe bring it back, but just it wasn't able to go together. But like I said, that this game 2 is just really up in the air. You can have, I mean, the momentum from Steelhawks. They showed that they kind of went toe to toe with Rhythm there, but Rhythm showed that they can have a lot of control. They had when they had pressure and they were keeping it in Steelhawks half. Steelhawks' defense looked noticeably worse or less composed, I should say, than Rhythm did. When Rhythm were on defense, there wasn't a lot of double commits. They were usually pretty composed. They were passing up the field. When Steelhawks are on defense, sometimes they're caught out really awkward. There's 2 people kind of bunched up, and just awkward scenarios all around. But if Rhythm can keep that pressure up, I think they have a really good chance. But if Seahawks are able to weather the storm, they have a really good chance as well. It's not really clear cut, and right off the bat, pressure going in the side of Steelhawks this time in game 2.
Yeah, they get the opening goal. They just missed an opportunity, like right off the kick. A rare miss from Skies. Just looked a bit awkward in net, and a goal 10 seconds in for Fargo. Now they are the ones in control, and ton of time, but you will always take an early lead as Midas will start his own air dribble. Fuego up, but Midas goes underneath, and he just does it himself. I mean, what can't this guy do?
Midas up, gets the flip reset. I don't think he got all 4 wheels connected, but Remzik, again, caught with no boost. Has to play... From his perspective, it looks like Midas got a reset. You have to play the shot. And he just doesn't get it. He fakes the reset, intentionally or not. Goes above Midas and just... Awkward scenario, but... Again, it's off of Rhythm pressure. It's off of them using their numbers advantage, boost starving, putting them in awkward scenarios, and just capitalizing off of it. Now a tie game.
Yeah, Midas kind of feels like he's just starting to free play a bit. He's has, I believe, 4 goals so far in this series, and it's only game 2. So, safe to say he's having a good series to start. A double commit from the Rhythm. Kauster!
Ooh.
What a redirect. And it's all types of passing plays here in this series. Beautiful from the Rhythm. They get the lead back.
It was Midas that scored that one from a pass from Callister. Now it's inversed and equally as an amazing of an angle. It just seems that I just don't see Steelhawks going for these types of plays, these types of upfield pre-jumpy kinds of things. I just think that Rhythm are just doing such a good job at controlling the pace of the game, controlling the ball. They're usually the ones that have the boost, that have the possession. And it's just putting Steelhawks in such a tough spot. They've been able to counter it here and there. But So far, they're just going to get a little bit tad more. Maybe Steel Rhythm looking to widen the lead. Sky tries to fake it for Midas towards the backboard. That was an open opportunity. Goes missing. Callister now with low boost, trying to buy time for his team to get back. It's a good 50. Remzik doesn't make contact. It might be an opportunity here, but no boost in the tank and has to get what he can out of it. Great jump, a lot more pressure coming up from Rhythm. Now a double tap towards the backboard. Remzik's there to get an intercept, but Rhythm are still keeping it in Steelhawks' half, only for as long as a shot, but it's saved, and the pace is so quick. As soon as there's an opening, you just see a string of upfield passes, and speaking of counterattacks, there's Rhythm back down the other end for their third goal this game.
To be honest, I did not think this one was going to go in. It didn't, like, from where I was watching, it just didn't look like it had the speed, but it does find the back of the net, and sometimes that's just how it is. 3-1 is our score line. A lot of time for Fargo. This was the same exact score line we had last game, but about a minute added on for the Rhythm to try and hold on to this. It's a good touch under Fuego the flick. Fuego want to beat. Remzik just has to put it on net. He will. And 2:30 to play. It's a 1-goal game once more.
Fuego doing amazing to dribble it around the defenders. There's about 30 combined boosts between the entire team of Rhythm there on the defensive end, and no one's able to really recover and get back in time, and just mostly on Fuego for dicing up the defense. They stay alive in this game too so far, but Rhythm still have their foot on the gas, still in control. Counterattack numbers advantage. Beautiful challenge from Remzik. Stomps out the flames of that attack, but Midas trying to click on the backboard, the side wall, and Fuego maybe a touch of his own. Beautiful 50 out. Midas gets there first, and Rhythm looking to set up camp on Steelhawks' half yet again.
Yeah, now it's going to be banged downfield. It's just wide. Skies with a good touch to control it. Gets a good 50. That's 2 going from Fargo. Callister tries to play it around Fuego. He can't. A good demo. A little bit of a smoke screen in front of net, but nothing. Remzik now from the left wall goes off the ceiling. All 3 Rhythm players went for that one. It was a double commit, but it works out. They clear the ball away. They keep the lead. 140. Good 50 for Skies. Callister up. Gets another 50. And he will not be able to control. Ches will leave it for Fuego. Fuego the flick on. Nothing there. Callister gets a 100. And the control. Has to beat one. The flick. Nothing there. Guys, once again, just lost it towards the backboard. Chasing the defender down. Midas can't go until just now. He'll loft it softly. Callister the pre-jump towards the wall. Midas touches it back middle to Skies. Skies, the first touch, not what he wanted. A minute 10 to play. And the Rhythm once again finding their form in the orange half, Ori.
Yeah, they've spent, seems like more time in the orange half than Steelhawks have. That might have been a mistouch from Skies. Shot saved by Callister. Another beautiful read on the pre-jump on the defense. Keeps the team alive, and that is dire if you're Steelhawks. You really wanted that one to at least have a chance at an overtime, but Rhythm keep their 1-goal lead. Skies has a lot of space on this. Towards the backboard, double tap, not quite on target. Fuego with no boost. Tries to clear it out. Midas there to collect towards the corner. Just over half a minute left in this game too. Seahawks need a goal here. Counter-attack opportunity. This is what they need. Remzik, though, cannot get there. Over to Callister. Blocked away by Ches. Under 30 seconds remaining. Remzik has to get this one across the field. Can't. Over to Fuego. Beautiful team pitch. That's towards the net, but it's just off target. Fuego there to collect. Finds the bottom right corner. And Steelhawks find their chance at an overtime here in game 2.
Yeah, what a team pinch. Callister was not ready for that. It was kind of a over adventurous pre-jump in the orange half from Skies that kind of led to that. Just he threw himself out of the play. And a good kickoff. Skies will collect, but he gets absolutely demoed for it. Remzik to Fuego. Is there some 0-second magic again? Sky downfield. Callister off the backboard. Get away. It's still up. No boost for Fargo, so they can't turn it the other way. And it'll just hit. Almost a 0-second goal for the Rhythm. But we have OT here in game 2. It's a stalemate in midfield. Midas gets a second touch, though. Midas will take the corner, but him and Skies run into each other. A bump onto Remzik will just buy a couple seconds. They should get back. A fake flick by Remzik. Fuego just bangs it away. Should have the second touch, and he will. Skies from his own back wall. Chez up. No contact for him. Remzik beat. Just Fuego back. Skies almost. The 1v3. Kauster was trying to send us to game 3. Midas, one touch and away, gets the 100. Skies being assaulted on the backboard. That redirect goes wide. Kauster will bang downfield for Skies. Nothing there. It's cut out. Chez once more was looking for demos. Remzik up as well as Midas. Midas beat. Kauster last back. It's an awkward play from him. The boost is not there for the rhythm at the moment.
All three players in the same corner right now. Bit of an awkward scenario. Midas able just to keep it alive for just that much longer. Fuego. Touchdown to his teammate, but it goes too wide. That could have been an opportunity. 50 out. It goes right to Fuego. Shot. High off the crossbar. Another follow-up shot towards the net. Skies can't get there. No boost. And Steelhawks, by the skin of their teeth, avoid having to reverse sweep the rhythm.
Yeah. Fuego gets credit for the goal. I believe it was going in regardless, honestly. Good pass by Chez on the assist. Fargo comes back down 3-1. And this team has no quit in them. I mean, what a game we had. Really back and forth on both sides. Just absolute class. We'll have a good game 3. Let's look at this. It's looking to be a very good series. Remzik, 700 points, 2 goals, 4 saves, 6 shots, just filling up the stat sheet. And I mean, that's exactly what you need if you want. I mean, the rhythm, once again, they start hot, they fade towards the late part of the game. They have to figure something out.
And the only thing that's more of a coin toss than rhythm holding onto the lead right now is Midas's computer crashing or not. Because it seems that whenever we make a new lobby, it seems that Rocket League just crashes for him. But seems that it won't happen this time, thankfully. You do not have to remake a lobby again. Get right on with this game 3 and match point on the line, Ewu. Rhythm, I mean, they were in control of that game. Credit to Steelhawks for coming back, but if you're talking the course of a series, I think more often than not, Rhythm are usually able to hold on to that 1 goal or 2 goal lead that they build. And they almost did. It was up until a really crazy team pinch coming out from Steelhawks to send them into overtime to really do anything. But game 3, everything's reset. Fresh clock, fresh score line. Fuego, no boost, a bit awkward. Skies towards himself on the side while able to get another touch. Follow-up, flip, reset. Carrying it as far as he possibly can. Midas able to follow it up. Scarily floats towards the net. Fuego there in time. Midas, love that back pass from him. Tries to leave it to his teammate, but it's pounced on. And Rhythm, this time for a change, they're kind of starting out on their back foot.
Yeah, as you say that, it was lofted towards the back wall, nowhere near, but still a good touch away to just buy the team some time. Kauster to Midas. Midas should be given some space. Not sure how much space Fargo wants to keep giving him, because, I mean, I feel like he can just do whatever. Skies, speaking of, almost hits the double just high. Midas back towards Fuego will bang it away. Kauster beat out. Chez now on the ball. Leaves it for his teammate, but Skies beats them both out. A demo missed. A pinch away towards the net. Midas one touch. Kauster calls him off, and I don't even know what to say. It's just like the aggression from the Rhythm, where they're constantly sending 2 guys towards the ball. It feels like it does work sometimes, but I feel like that's also a main reason why they've been caught out, and they just don't. I don't think they can turn the gear of we don't have to play offense here. I feel like that's been the main reason they've been collapsing in the second half of the game. But a good double save by Fargo. Banged downfield as Remzik caught him out. He is not for the moment, but he will still finish it. Touched off the post. Kauster awkward and net. And Fargo once again takes a 1-0 lead.
It's such an awkward bounce for Kauster to deal with. He might have been able to get to that first bounce to the post, but trying to read where that's going to go is just such a coin toss. And Seahawks, for a change of pace, start out with a lead in game 3. I think they had one in game 2 as well. Oh, that That is one of the most Rocket League moments I've seen in my life. Remzik pops it up for an air dribble. Callister goes up to pre-jump it, blocks off the angle. Skies does get the block, but it pinches at Callister back into his own net. Which, I mean, if you're Steelhawks, you're loving that. 2-goal lead in game 3. Double match point potential here, but still so much time left to play.
Yeah, for sure. But they're likely to add a third, and they will off the kickoff. I was gonna bring it up earlier, how I mean the mental kind of for the Rhythm could be affected by every single game. All right, being closer than you think. Right there, it's just starting to spiral. A goal here, really needed for Rochester as Calcium goes for the air dribble bump. And take it away.
Oh, it's
take it away.
The only thing that's being taken away right now is this game from Rhythm. 0-4. This is we're talking about Rhythm getting off the hot, getting the hot hand right away. I mean, look at what Seahawks is doing right now. 4-goal lead. Still over half the game left. Rhythm not completely out of this yet, but I mean, if Seahawks score again, it's just might be too far gone. Skies though looking to try to shock his team back into life. Beautiful last man bump, and it's just all sunshine and rainbows right now for Steelhawks. I mean, you're talking about them not being able to kind of switch gears and play more passive when they should, and it's a double-edged sword because you're able to keep so much pressure, so much offense from having such an aggressive rotation, but it seems that, I mean, you figured it out, I think, about the same time that Steelhawks figured it out, because they've been countering it so well in this game 3, whether that be off of mistakes that Rhythm have been making or off of their own execution on their plays. On the Steelhawks side, regardless, it's just been an absolute slaughter so far.
Yeah, the absolute drubbing as Ches will go up for it. Clears off his own backboard. Callister no boost. The boost as well has been a big problem as that's an awkward ball for Skies. He will just barely not own goal. Yeah, I mean, it feels like if they're not getting the 100 boost, they're not getting any boost if you're the Rhythm, as all 3 players did get the 100 there. But a good bump from Midas. Nothing following. Callister will go. And now both players on that same side again. Guys just has to stall, but Remzik up to Fuego. Fuego towards, oh my goodness.
It has been the story of these infield passing plays. Pre-jump from Fuego, double tap. But I don't know. I don't even can't even say it's a nail in the coffin. That's like they've buried the coffin in the ground at this point. They're shoveling the dirt on top of it. It's so over. In this game, at least for Rhythm, and the momentum's been swaying back and forth, but this is just what you said, an absolute stomping for Steelhawks as they get another one, and it's not even at Brazil because Rhythm can't even score. They have shots, they've had looks, it's just Steelhawks are just absolutely dominating in every facet of the game right now. I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah, this is not what I expected, I'm gonna be honest with you, and there's still about 90 seconds to play. We might see 8, we might see 9 at this rate. It's not looking good. I don't even know how you regain from this. Fuego to make it 8. Double commit on the save will allow, well, I was gonna say it was gonna allow Fargo back in, but I guess not. Callister just going all the way. A 50 just touched away pretty comfortably, and the offense for the Rhythm has been shut down. The defense has been not up to par, as they're still going for the pre-jump play. Callister up with Midas. You know, hey, you can't say they don't have confidence. It does not matter what the score is. They're just having fun. Callister will turn it in, fires towards the net. 45 seconds to play. Skies gets the read. Not the touch he wanted. I mean, this game is over. But hey, maybe we get a goal. Maybe they take. Maybe we go to Brazil. But nah, I mean, I'm not seeing it at the moment. Fargo on another level, playing like the 5 seed. Just took him a game or two to warm up, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not a lot separating these teams in terms of points and score, but in this game, there's a lot. There's a whole ocean between these two teams right now. It might as well make it 8, maybe not. I mean, I just want to know what the because I think what matters the most is the comms right now for Rhythm. Because if they're still talking to each other, if they're just laughing, if they're having a good time in this game, they can probably regain and go into game 4 with a good mental. And I think that with the way that they were pre-jumping each other and this very intentional own goal from Midas, it looks like they're just shrugging it off. They're gonna go into game 4 and regain. But I mean, if Steelhawks are shutting them down, they were so good at countering every single time that Rhythm were slightly too far pushed up. They were so quick to capitalize off of it. If they're able to keep doing that, maybe it won't be 8-0 again, but it'll probably be really tough for Rhythm to deal with that.
Yeah. Hey, if they're just chilling, maybe they said, hey, this game's chalk, but it was like 4-0, whatever. Just have some fun, do whatever. Good for them. Their backs are against the wall. They kind of do need this series. I mean, it's like you can do good in the major and everything, but you want as many points as you can going into it because you want to have to do as little as possible to make land. So they're gonna try and force a game 5 after we wait for Midas to get back. I think his game has crashed again.
RIP my team, I guess.
Well, unlucky Ori.
You know, I said this last stream, but the mental for our premier team is to play and have fun, and we don't really care too much about if we win or lose, which, you know, is fair considering the cards that we were dealt. But with that, for standings wise, that keeps Mankato on top, and that obviously keeps Victory at the bottom. Anything can happen in play-ins, but like I said, you want to kind of get the higher seed. Major 2, sorry. You want anything can happen. You want to get the higher seed because it helps so much with the Swiss and not having to go for as long as a run to get into the top 8 and whatnot. And I Rhythm really, really need this game because if they don't get it, their odds of kind of breaking into that top 10, that top 8 go down so much. Because in order for them to do that, they'd have to win next week. They'd have to most likely sweep the team they're playing against and also hope for a lot of other teams to lose. If they win this game, their destiny's in their own hands. Beautiful bump out. I thought Remzik almost got bumped into the save there, but thankfully Skies is able to place that around the defender, and Rhythm looking unscathed after that game 3.
Yeah, a beautiful ground pinch just past Remzik. I mean, it's not like Remzik really wasn't he just happened to be there by chance. So, good goal for the Rhythm. They get the momentum back potentially as an awkward touch. Is there anybody there? It's going to be Skies again. And right off the kickoff, it's 2-0 Rhythm.
Yeah, speaking of stats, Skies almost at 300 points. And now last game, Remzik really used that one to pad his stats, had over 1,000 points. really gonna help with the look over Premier at the end of that season. And for this entire series, he's just had such good performances. It just doesn't seem like he's really ever playing too far off. He's yet to fully wake up this game. I think Sky's looking to continue the barrage. Maybe looking to 8-0 Steelhawks themselves. Callister, air dribble, only goes as far as Remzik. Over to Chez, can't reach it. Midas first on this one. Huge clear out, and Rhythm setting up camp in that orange half as they normally try to do.
Yeah. The pressure in game 3 just was non-existent for them. Callister is looking for any type of disruption as he goes through. Remzik towards the backboard. It was a good touch, but nothing really to gain. Fuego, a back pass. 8 boost to his name. Absolutely dusted. Callister towards the middle. Callister gets credit for the shot. Midas was looming. Skies last back the infield pass. And Skies just keeps it alive. Needs teammate support. He will get it. Chez back towards the middle. Callister once again cuts it out. Midas from the right wall. Midas beats one off the backboard. No follow for him as Skies not there. It was demoed on the play. Taken away as I say his name and he appears. Skies, 0 boost. Midas back post lurking. He's absolutely beamed it. Callister for the finish. Can't find it. And 2:25 to play. Two goals needed for Fargo, or we will be going to a game 5.
I mean, we've seen that Fargo can streak up and that these games are not really over until that clock hits 0 seconds. Rhythm, though, they get another goal sometime soon. They definitely could have been their third on that drive, but it just unlucky. Just wasn't able to convert. Now back on their defensive half, looking to stay alive for as long as they can. Dangerous touch out. Ches not really able to find the mark. Midas trying to get it clear out. Good follow from Skies. 50 in the midfield. Another 50. Just stalling out this attack from Steelhawks as much as they can. Dangerous in the middle here. Shot saved away. Rhythm still aren't able to get it clear. Finally, they do. Ches maybe caught far out, but no, was able to get back in time. No boost. Tries to get a bump, and it works out, forcing a challenge on the defender, and Remzik putting this game within arm's reach.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, it looked more like a fake than a bump. The 90 seconds to play. We know how dangerous Fargo's been in these late game situations. This one very much still on. And honestly, I would bet more money on this game going to OT than it not at this point.
Skies, though. Rhythm really do not want this game to go to OT. Remzik got a chance there, but he had no boost. Just sticking his tongue out trying to reach that ball. All the way downfield now is Callister, air dribble out to the side. Midas to carry it. Remzik able to put a hand up there to the backboard. Just over a minute left, and Steelhawks still in their own half, but Remzik a lot of time tries to sleeve it out to Fuego. Pass doesn't go the way they want. Triple commit on the side of Rhythm. Really dangerous. That shot not in. Pass to the backboard off the post, and they finish it off. Absolute disaster on the goal line for Rhythm there. That was very unnecessary, and they're gonna have to bite the bullet for it.
Yeah.
And now they're staring down the barrel of a potential overtime.
Yeah, I got that prediction right, so I'll take it. But still plenty of time for it to not go to overtime. So we'll see what happens. Ches plays it. Remzik and Fuego both go. They're both 50'd out. Ches towards Fuego, towards the net. It's just wide. 35 seconds to play. Fargo, all the pressure. All three Rhythm players in the corner. Pass middle.
Oh.
He's beat out. Callister towards the net. He's beamed it. No touch. And the goal for Midas. 27 seconds. Rhythm retake the lead.
Callister able to put it just on arm's reach of Ches. He wasn't able to put it in, but still works as an amazing pass. Midas reading it all the way. And like I said, I really don't think Rhythm want to go to overtime. They're fighting for it. They have a 1-goal lead now, but I mean, nothing is safe in this game. That's a shot towards the net. It's beamed out. Awkward double tap. Remzik isn't able to get to it first. Over the middle. Just goes over Skies, but Midas rotates just in time. Get the save now. 10 seconds left. Rhythm aren't able to get it out there and have beats around 2. No one there for the shot. That was their opportunity to go to overtime. Skies. Big contact, and that ball bounces into the corner. Looking for it to just hit the ground. Demo comes out. Still not hitting the ground. Callister trying to shut this one down, and will. That one finally falling its way through, and we have a game 5.
Wow, what an end to that game. I mean, they're giving us the full 5 minutes of action every time. I mean, I guess except for game 3, that was kind of a blowout, but there's still a lot happening, even if the game wasn't close. Skies got it started early. Once again, that's how the Rhythm have found their wins in this series. They were just able to hold on. They got themselves a late goal, and now game 5. Big chance for both of these teams. I mean, 5 points up for grabs. Only one more match after this. Both teams looking for a win.
Yeah, it all comes down to this one game. We can see the woes of Rocket League, you know, really close 1-goal games and overtime, and then all of a sudden 8-goal blowout. But I mean, it's one game. Anything can happen. We've seen the ups and downs of what can happen, and it's just about what team's going to show up. I mean, so far, Rhythm has been out to good starts. If they can get a good start in this game 5, maybe the nerves might get to Steelhawks. That comeback might just be that much harder. But we've seen what happens when Steelhawks get their lead. I think it's just so up in the air. It's really neck and neck. And I mean, like I said, if Rhythm win this, they get a lot out of it. If Seahawks lose, maybe they're not in the best spot, but they definitely do not lose their higher seeding going into week 2. Off the kickoff, it's Rhythm to start out the pressure.
Yeah, Skies plays it towards the backboard. It's a touch needed by Remzek. He will beat out 2, actually. Skies will control it off his backboard. Goes off the ceiling. No reset for him, but does get a good touch off the ground. Plays it perfectly and gets the 50 right to Midas. Remzek with a good touch away. Kauster can control. He has a guy in the middle. What a fake. What a 50. Kauster. 1-0. Rhythm.
I think he wanted to get that one out to the right. Made a bit of a mistouch on that first one, but he just works with what he has. Realizes that Chez probably has to go here. Fakes and goes for the low 50, and it's just such a smart play from Callister, and that's so demoralizing if for the Seahawks to get faked out like that in a game 5 where every goal matters. Skies to the sidewall, able to get it around 2. Not enough boost to follow up Fuego. Bit of a mistouch out. Callister able to collect towards the middle, but Remzik's there. All the way out to midfield. No one on Rhythm able to go for this. Stays in their half. Skies has some boost. Beautiful doink out to Midas, who gets a beat on Chez. Callister rushing to this ball. Trying to be the first one on. Remzik just plays this one out. Trying to keep this one in Rhythm's half, but gonna need a little bit more than that. Pinch back out. Beautiful back pass from a really awkward pinch, and it just Rhythm are just, they look so alive right now in this game 5. They've thrown caution to the wind. They're playing, like you said, they're switching their gears when they need to. They're having someone play farther back, and it's just looks so much harder right now for Steelhawks to do what they've been trying to do and build momentum.
Yeah, I mean, this is how they want to play, and it's been working perfectly. Callister banks it away. 3 minutes to play. Just one goal separates these two teams. Have to think that, I mean, just the tail of this series, that Fargo will find one eventually, but game 5, a lot can happen as Skies looks to find another. Skies!
No!
Ooh!
No!
He tapped it away from Callister. He was trying to finish it off. Unlucky, but Callister on the breakaway. Remzik will miss. Callister towards the middle. Nobody there. Have to be careful about the double commit. Midas goes missing, but Sky stays on it. No boost for him. He'll play it out. Chez has to get this touch. He does control it well. Won't get the follow. It's the demo, though, on the challenging defender. Little quick 3v2, but a better 50. Sky's up now. Sky's for the double. No. Midas awkward. Fuego can turn and shoot. Fuego off the crossbar and in. I thought he missed.
What a clear as well. So much power behind that. Fuego with no boost, but just kind of caught where the ball was, and absolute disaster for Rhythm. There wasn't that much that Skies could have really done there. He didn't have that much boost and just got done with the 50. Just so unfortunate. That might be a second one, but it's just wide. Follow-up shot blocked away. Midas there to clear it out, buying Rhythm some time. Looking to get that goal back that kind of got robbed from them. 2-goal swing not going their way. Remzik, no boost, just looking to presence alone, trying to scare away the offense, but not able to do it. Pinch out, looking for a midfield cross, not able to really find it. Pass out, another upfield passing play. Remzik to the backboard. Dangerous, but Callister's there to collect. To the corner now, Chez. Can create something. Maybe that net was left wide open. And the shot not falling through. Midas. Low boost. Everybody on the side of Rhythm has absolutely nothing. Callister, only boost on the team, is able to get a 50 out. Bringing it down the field. That's all he really has. Rhythm still with not much boost to work with. Skies now 50ing it out. Just trying to buy his team some time to get collected here. Midas towards mid, but that's just right in the hands of Remzik. Flip reset under 1. Able to get blocked away though. Callister. Beautiful read on that one. Keeping Rhythm alive. Upfield passing play now attempt, but Callister not having a lot of boost to work with. Again, that's been something I've been saying a lot. We've been saying a lot this series, and Rhythm maybe with an opportunity here. Shot going wide, and it's just been so back and forth so far.
Yeah, the shot not having the power it needed. It's going to take the Rhythm. They have to find the boost in the small... they have to play off small pads board, but it feels like even those are being taken by Fargo. Skies from his back corner. He will beat out 1. Fuego can control, and he can pop. Air dribble for Fuego. Under a minute to play. Can this be his moment? No. It was close, but no cigar. Chez fakes it out for Remzik. Remzik shot just high. Where's Fuego? No boost. Couldn't stay in the play there. A huge miss. Kauster also goes missing. Midas waits on that right wall, plays it across. Skies will be there, but he'll miss the touch. Midas no boost, just has to play the 50. 28 seconds. Fuego. Beautiful touch. Beats out one, can't get the bump. Skies will control and starts his own air dribble. Another player for the Rhythm. He's just been so dangerous. 15 seconds already. Overtime looming here in game 5. Bellett's big downfield. And I mean, we cannot separate these two teams.
No, they've just been so back and forth. 5 seconds left. Rhythm are in the offensive half of Seahawks. Skies up in the air towards the net. Doesn't find its way across the goal line. That was another opportunity from Skies. So many missed opportunities. Will that define the series? Off this kickoff, that does not go the way of Rhythm. Fuego trying to leave it. Touches it out. No one really there. Skies up. Maybe able to get a touch. Huge beat, but Chez able to get his car in the way of it. Midas faking around 2, but huge clear out. Callister caught out. Goes in the corner. Chez, beautiful touch on the sidewall. Player goes missing. Shot towards the net. Goal from Fuego. Steelhawks taking in game 5.
Yeah. It's a bad miss. It was awkward from the Rhythm. Kauster pushed up a bit too far to play second. It was a good clear downfield. And Fargo, it wasn't the prettiest series from them, but they came up big when they needed to, and they get a big game 5 win for week 9.
And I mean, man, if you're Skies, I don't know how you regain from that. There was so many, right before overtime as well, he had an opportunity that just went wide, and then obviously that one where he landed on it. There isn't much you can do about that. Just so unfortunate if you're Rhythm. I mean, that game would have been huge from them if they were able to get it. I think they would have jumped to 9th off of game differential, but doesn't go their way. They're just gonna have to regain, try to fight again next week for it, and yeah.
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more with the road jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say, hit the road jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more with the road jack. Don't you come back no more. No more, no more, no more, 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 no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Go!
I carried you home, taking all the weight off your shoulders. Now we're long gone, falling into 1 year older. It's funny how our love began when I was sober. Now I stumble in a room where nobody else cares. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you. I'm in two minds thinking whether I'm too kind to give you all of my truth. I'm in two minds thinking. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you. I'm in two minds thinking whether I'm too kind to give you all of my truth. I'm in two minds thinking. We've been knocked down way too many times, and now my tries deja vu round, spinning me into another lost time. Tell me where this road will end before I drive over the edge. Give me one break to recover myself, because I can't bear. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you. I'm in two minds thinking whether I'm too kind to give you all of my truth. I'm in two minds thinking. Now I'm in two minds thinking about you. I'm in two minds thinking whether I'm too kind to give you all of my truth. I'm in two minds thinking.
You have habits just like me. Talk too much with strangers. Get way too serious around family. And I don't have any wishes.
And welcome back, everybody. I apologize for the delay. Just a slight one. Had some scheduling complications, but we're back for the final match of Week 9 of Premier. Excited. We got Chicago versus St. Paul, the 10 seed versus the 11. I mean, we're just gonna get right into it. Ori, break down the lineups for us. Tell us what's happening.
All right, so Real is End. Brave is just, I think, playing as Brave, and Eli's subbing up. Real is Risser, sorry. End is on... I got it all confused. Okay, wait. On Senators, we have End, Sean, and Crispy. Crispy is... I'm 99... I'm going to triple check right now. Yes, no, he's... So the full Senators roster is here. Real is here to score on Jungle. Real is a name change from Risser. Risser putting in one in, so it's Risser, Eli, who's subbing up, and Brave. And Eli subbing up for Geski, who was their number 1 pick, highest ranked player. I mean, so far hasn't really been a issue for them up 1 goal, but I mean, honestly, Eli, I mean, he's showed how good he can play in Challenger. I mean, he's played in Premier a few times, definitely not completely out of his element, but without that number 1 pick, you're going to need to see a big step up from Risser and Brave, but we'll see going here into Game 1. They are starting out with a 1 goal lead.
Yeah, it should be a pretty close series. Just had a really good Game 5 between the Rhythm and the Steelhawks. But, I mean, 10 seed. I mean, these teams both neck and neck as Eli will take the touch, tries to get it back to his teammate, nothing there, and goes very fast. And I feel like every time I watch St. Paul, they've been playing with their sub Nick, so it'll be nice to see their full Premier roster. This is a team that did very well in the major, and just trying to take this a week at a time. Right now, it's still down a goal, but plenty of time for them, as that shot was not really that threatening. We'll see. The net is open. It's a good 50 and an even better save by Risser. Eli takes it across. A 50 goes wide. Couldn't find his teammate for the pass. Crispy, the reset. Nothing. Saved away again. And Chicago try to go down the other side. Beat out. It's End. End versus Eli. And nothing. Crispy, the goal. We're tied with 2:59 to play.
Just so much pressure from Senators. It was just solo play after solo play after solo play, just pelting the net with hard to read shots, and eventually they're able to muscle it through. And this is a really important game for both teams. St. Paul 40 points, 9th place. Chicago 10th with 35, tied with Rhythm, obviously. Chicago has an opportunity themselves to jump up from... They'll jump, if they win this game, they'll jump from 10th to 8th, which is what Rhythm are trying to do. Weren't able to accomplish that, but big game for them. If St. Paul win, they jump from, depending on the series score, if they sweep, they'll jump from 9th to 7th. If worst case scenario, they go from 9th to 8th, so 1 place jump. So really, like I said, really congested in the middle part of this league. So both these teams just really fighting for just the extra little seeding advantage going into the second major.
Yeah, all the teams basically from like the 7 to like the 12 are right there, and they'll all probably play each other in that Swiss portion of the second major. As Brave does get it over End, it was a good touch, but Crispy not fooled on the goal line. Just stayed true to it. Risser, a solid touch. Can Eli shoot? No. He will go missing. Brave will take 148 full boost. Has the pass to the middle. Risser blocked out. Eli goes his third. Gets the beat. Gets another touch. Can he get another? No. A fake out. And a very high line for their third man. It's End. There's Eli once more. A amazing save. Crispy down to End. And they will reset once again. Sean will have to race back. Leaves it for Crispy. And right back into the Chicago half. It's end-to-end Rocket League. And no boost. Goes for the squishy. Crispy puts it into the corner. Slight double commit, but shouldn't cause any real issues. Sean hits it down. Risser no boost. Still no boost. A double demo. They trade. Shot wide. Crispy.
Oh, no.
Way wide. Back past to Sean. He's up with it. Eli meets him. Eli dunks him. And just goes. And for the double, to put it away, nothing. Under a minute to play, Ori. And St. Paul knocking on the door.
Eli really not looking like a sub at all. Beautiful 0 boost backward save to keep them alive. Still only a tied game. Any strike could be the end of this game 1. It'd be huge for Jungle to get out to a 1 game series lead with their sub demo. Left side of Eli opens things up. Brave towards the net. That's another open net miss. And another shot going wide. You've seen so many of those so far in this series. Sean trying to send it away. Gets dunked. Crispy up. Looking to try to play this one lightly. Missed touch, but he gives it around Brave. Eli, not much boost to work with. Trying to get in the way a little bit here. Crispy flinging this one towards the net. Real able there to collect and to cut it off. Puts it back towards the middle. Eli striking it towards the net. 4 seconds left. No, neither team really wanting to be too aggressive. I think they're both going to just let it roll and hit the ground. And we have overtime in game 1.
Yeah, what a start it's been early off the kickoff. Can they find something? It will go the other way. Crispy at Sean double commit. Should not cause too many issues. A stolen boost by Brave will let Risser take it, but he's just going to give it away. But Crispy and not in the position. Sean has to bail his team out, and he keeps him alive for now. Brave, 1 touch, gets it off the ceiling. Another one. Hit out. It was a double commit. Eli does go. Risser a good pinch and no boost. Eli and Risser both in that corner. Real last one, or Brave last one back. A miss there. Eli awkward. Turns it around beautifully and gets a good touch. Once again, a lot of bang ball coming out from Chicago. Not as much control being taken by them as it is with St. Paul. 50 as we head towards a minute. That's a good touch. Eli. Oh, close by him. Looking to put a foot in the door of this series and give his team a 1-0 lead, but he cannot. Gets a flick out. Beat out. Where's Sean? Who will go missing? A good bump on the end. Crispy last back. Full boost. Hits it high. He will still be kicking himself about that open net miss earlier. Good 50. Brave. Beat. Sean. Double. No. And just lobs it forward. And Ori, it is... I mean, honestly, it can go either way at this point. I can't really pick any side that's been... better in game 1 here.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's over a minute and a half of overtime right now. Brave trying to get something started, but that touch just not really able to find that much value. And back over to Sean, maybe towards the backboard, not having the boost for it. Crispy's up for this one, though. Taking his time in the air. Tries to dance around defenders. Gets the entire team to come out. No boost on the side of the Jungle. Shot hit away. And you were talking about the bang ball. It's a lot safer to reliably clear the ball, give yourself space, and then maybe collect it, because sometimes you don't know where the other team is. Brave gets bumped into that pinch. Luckily cleared away, and it's just been back and forth across the goal line for Senators. They haven't been able to put it away. Real up on the defense. Beautiful fake out, flip reset, now able to get to the ball in time. Brave, no boost. Able to collect the 50. Eli backward on his back line. No boost. Sean finally puts it to bed. Game 1, after so much back and forth, goes in the side of Senators.
Yeah, Eli, not really much he could do. There was only so much he could cover. Didn't have the boost. Didn't really have the help behind him either. Just had to guess. Sean puts it high, and that gives them the game 1 win. Not easy at all, but the Senators do take it, and it was it wasn't the most convincing, but hey, you don't have to beat everybody 3-0 or 4-0 to win a series. See what they have in store for game number 2.
Yeah, and if you're Jungle, you know you can go toe to toe with Senators, even without your first round pick. So now it's just about staying in the race, in my opinion. Just being confident, just trusting each other. And I know it's really hard. This team doesn't have that much chemistry, especially compared to Senators, but the fact that game was so close, especially without their first round pick, just goes to show how good Eli can be, how good Brave and Real can be. So we'll see here going into game 2.
Yeah. Real off his own back wall. Does not get the reset, but he does force 2 to go. He will follow the touch up himself, but nothing. He's beat out. Sean, the reset off the backboard. Where's the shot? It's blocked away. And Chicago's defense has been their calling card so far. It's honestly been what has kept them in the game. Their low boost defending, especially, because it has not been there. Eli goes up early. Oh, just 6 to his name. Does have his flip, and he uses it well. A miscommunication from St. Paul will allow it out. And Crispy will collect on his own back wall. Was looking to outlet to Sean, but he was bumped away. And then Crispy, that's the wrong way. I mean, I guess it works as a back pass. Risser does beat him out. And honestly, I mean, they're just playing so foul. Goodness. I felt like that was a shooting opportunity that went by the wayside for Chicago there.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite the unfortunate. That I agree with you. That looked like a very open, wide shooting opportunity. They did all the work. They got all the pressure. Just wasn't able to put it away. Brave forcing this one wide. Eli stuck in no man's land. Has to defend against the 1v2 passing play. Just can't quite do it. Sean again putting away another goal. Senators up 1-0.
Yeah, Eli stuck. I mean, there's not much he can do. You gotta go somewhere. He chooses, doesn't get it right. Unfortunate. And I feel like when Chicago's able to set up in defense, they're so good, but it's about they haven't been able to. They're finding themselves in a ton of awkward spots when St. Paul do almost anything. This could be a goal, but there. I mean, it was a good beat out. Eli was first man, so he was out of the play, and the last guy just couldn't get there in time. So another missed opportunity for Chicago. And rotates ball side. Does actually help Eli, who has full boost. He gets the flick. Where's the shot? It's there. And it's true. 1-1 for us in game 2. Chicago tying it up.
Eli kind of making up for the missed shot and then the awkward backline defense. Able to get a nice 1v2 passing play out to his teammate. Slots it. Tied 1-1. And it's just been very similar to the last series. No team really able to seem like fully in control in this series. It's been so back and forth. Just a matter of who's executing on their plays, who's making the bigger mistake. Brave trying to get one to go here, but it's blocked away by End. Low boost across pretty much the entire lobby right now, except for Sean has a bit to work with. Gets it around 1. Real there. First on the ball. Follow up. Tries to get it down to his teammate. End will be there to collect. Up to himself. Quite a bit of a mistouch. Brave there first towards the net. Sean might not be able to get there. Gets it off the post. Follow up from Eli. Takes it slow. 50 away. Chance now for Jungle to get a 1-goal lead. Blocked away though. Eli not able to get that boost, and attack for now is squandered out. Maybe one for the Senators, but no, it goes wide.
Yeah, that one will float dangerously in front of the blue net. Crispy for the sidewall. Oh my. Oh man. And with a heater. Crispy will beat him out. Can he do some magic with it? No double. Eli gets up there to contest. No boost to his name. He will go missing. A good 50 actually for Chicago. It goes just wide. And with one touch. Has a ton of boost. Gets 150 around. Nothing to follow. And Sean up early. Off the ceiling. Gets one more touch. Pass Real. Can't get it past. Brave and Eli just kind of patrolling the net. He goes off the ceiling. He will be out of the play for a moment. Risser will have to collect. Real beat up by Sean, and Sean gets erased for the play by Eli. 1:19 to play. Could we be seeing another overtime? A good fake by Brave. Hit high to the backboard. Crispy down to End. No, it's just too far to the left. The creativity from St. Paul has definitely not been lacking. It's the execution where they've fallen short so far. Under a minute to play. Sean up, bumped away. Brave will control. Hits it down to himself. A huge miss. And will corral it. Eli does not go.
Beautiful
a good flick. And 45 seconds to play. Both teams locked in to this game too, Ori.
Yeah, no one able to really quite get the distance on one another. It seems that whenever there's an opening, there's either someone there to make a miraculous save, or it just goes just too wide. Eli, double tap of his own down towards the middle. Huge dunk. Crispy's awkward on the back line. End there. No boost, manages to make the touch. Real has a net to shoot at. Right at Sean, right back to Eli. Eli towards the net, goal!
Yeah, it was just, I mean, Sean right here, you get what he's trying to do. He just doesn't get the power on it. Eli just lurking. All you got to do is just hit it with the nose of your car. And Chicago gives themselves a 1-goal lead with 20 seconds left. The way this series is gone, these first 2 games, you have to feel like this is enough given your defense. Crispy down. Brave will control and just kill clock. You would imagine. Crispy up, no touch. Brave will miss. So Eli awkward here. Can they find something? Crispy and N tied up. Hit around. Sean will kill it. 1-1. We head to game 3.
And sorry, I am taken aback by what Real just did. Anyway, I didn't think he had that in him, but Jungle taking the series tied. Senators taking game 1 in that overtime, of course, and this game has just been pretty much the same pacing, just very close. Jungle able to take it out this time, and it doesn't really seem like Jungle. You can imagine how good they are with Geske on their team if they're playing like this against Senators, who are no means a bad team. With Eli instead of their first round pick, if Jungle are able to win this series, like maybe they don't move up too much in the standings, but it just goes to show how well they can play even without their prime player. So when they get them back in action, I mean, this is a team to look out for in that Swiss stage, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Some teams, they just don't show up in the league play part, but hey, you show up in the majors, and that's all that matters. As we head to game 3, speaking of teams that show up in majors, St. Paul, they were the 15 seed going into Major 1, and they were a game away from going to the major finals. Real downfield, and oh my gosh, I mean, unlucky if you're St. Paul off the pinch. Lucky if you're the Jungle, because that's a great shot. It's also just pretty fortunate positioning for them as they take a 1-goal lead.
I mean, just an amazing just capitalization, I think, off of what is just kind of a very fortunate positioning. Able just to get the most of it, and able to get the most with that pass, slots it in just like that. We're all tied up. Yeah,
just a good pass, pretty simple. Honestly, probably the most normal goal we've seen all series.
Yeah, all day today, honestly.
4:30 to play. I'm gonna say we won't get a 1-1 score for the rest of the game, but you never know. Maybe we're just gonna get another defensive masterclass as N looks for the bump. Sean late arriving will get 50. Will get dunked out, and a good touch towards the middle. Nobody to follow, as N will just send it. Gets the demo. Oh, what a fake!
No.
What a fake!
Oh,
get it!
Oh, get it. Real. That's gonna go on the highlight reel right there. That is. The low 50 to muscle it through as well. Tell him to hit the weight room and tell him to pick up his car's axles that are completely on the other side of the field at this point. That is that is beautiful. That is, I mean, that is what you love to see out of these teams. We had a lot of high flying aerial action in the last series. Good to see good old ground play coming back. Eli popping this one out, and now it's in Senators' court. What are they going to do with it?
Yeah, a decent back pass. That was awkward. So Real just has a passing back to himself. That one's wide. Sean up. Can he drop it down? No. Real hits it away. He's been so good in this game 3. We'll get that boost taken from him though. Crispy, one touch off the corner. Can't get the second. 3:30 to play. Still feels like this game is a marathon, as it's banged towards the bottom right corner. Just wide. And will control, but no. Real is just there. Eli towards the middle. Brave up. Brave is beat. Sean no boost, but should be able to still shoot. He will. It's wide. No real threat coming out. Looked like Chicago had that one scouted. Crispy towards the middle. Eli awkward, and Eli won't reach it. Crispy makes it 2-all with 3 minutes to play.
Just so unfortunate. Brave trying to muscle that one through, pinches out, goes towards the net, and Eli, yeah, I mean, you don't really expect those ones to float in, and it does, and you can't really wrap around the ball without own goal. You have to kind of get behind it first, and it just such an awkward spot. Regardless, tie game. Maybe not if Brave has anything to say about it, trying to put this one center, but blocked away. Crispy able to get a second touch. Real's there to collect. Can't really get it to himself. Sean cleared away. Shot there. Brave able to meet it. Eli touches with this one to the ceiling to himself. Huge beat out towards the net, but Crispy's ready for it.
Yeah. Eli, good pass towards the middle. Brave the shot. Forces the double. No boost. He's just looking for bumps. Real, his shot's high. Eli does dive. So it's an open net if they can capitalize, but they can't. Sean couldn't get there in time. Crispy will just touch it away, try to make it awkward for the jungle. Real towards the backboard. Eli's shot saved away. 2:20 to play. Crispy gets the touch out. Takes the 100 boost to his left. Real up off the corner. He won't get the follow, but it's banged. Once more, Sean will control. Was way high into the air. Brave will challenge. And I don't know, I feel like this game it's so much different than our first series. And honestly, it's been a blast as End goes up. End with the fake. Oh, a good chance, but a better save by Real. Crispy now. One touch. Tries to get these wheels back on the ground. He will.
Uh-oh.
It beats Brave. He should have no problem with this. Just takes it to the ground.
Beautiful catch down. Fake gets it around 2. Maybe around 3. No boost. Gets it around the last defender, but Eli was playing his hit. Not able to capitalize on that one. Sean towards the backboard. Flip reset to End, but it's blocked away by Brave. Real on this one. Big pinch up. Crispy having to really stretch his legs to get to that one. Able to get beat out. Eli. Big clear out now. Trying to find a pass. Not a lot of boosts to work with. Real's there. Shot high. Anyone there for the follow-up? No, Eli will be there. Demo. Not able to really do much. And it's just a stalemate right now with both these teams. Brave towards the net. Can't really find it. Sean, easy read for him. Eli. Touch out. Can't quite get there. Real. Pass blocked away. Brave's caught up field. Someone needs to rush back and get there. Brave will. But Ends right back on the ball. Brave maybe clearing this one out, but it stays in their half. Big air dribble by Crispy. Only goes as far as Eli. Big 50 out. End's going to have to collect this one. Does well. 50 out. That was scary. And it's just you see so many glimpses where teams have a chance. Brave with a beat here. Maybe he has a chance. Just Crispy can just not barely get back to it. Brave able to put them up by 1.
Yeah, it's another goal for Chicago to potentially steal this game with under 30 seconds left. It has not been easy for Chicago, but they are gutting their way through this series. 25 seconds ago, they have to hold, and End says none of that. He gets it right back off the kickoff. We're tied at 3 with 22 seconds left.
Yeah, and I really thought that Jungle were going to be able to hold their lead out for the rest of the game, but I was very wrong. Couple seconds go by and all of a sudden we're tied right back up. Maybe Jungle have a little something extra in them to put them up by 1 goal. 15 seconds left. They're gonna need it quick. Huge beat up by Brave is what they need. 50 goes out. Eli shooting opportunity, shoots it wide. End with absolutely no boost, makes the save. Brave, nobody really on this ball. Eli to center it. 2 players going. No one really able to get the touch that they want. It's gonna hit the ground. Maybe not quite, actually. It stays up. Sean with the shot. It towards the net. Real there for the save. Keeps them alive. And we have overtime.
Yeah. OT. Game 3. Felt like we could have honestly had it in game 2 as well. This series is an absolute dogfight. What a pinch by Crispy. Oh my goodness. A double commit. Sean to slot. No. The net was there, but he couldn't find it. What a dunk by Eli. He did not get the boost, so he'll be out of the play for now. Brave off the left wall, 18 to his name. He's beat. Risser towards the ceiling. Can he get the second touch? He will. Should not be that dangerous for Sean, but he's beat. Brave looks for the bump. He gets it. Eli misreads it. That should have been it, and that will be it.
Risser to step up big time. Look at the scoreboard. Look at his name. He's all the way up there by himself in the entire lobby. He's been the X factor for jungle right now. He's stepped up big time, and it's even with all of his heroics, jungle is still having to fight tooth and nail to get a game to go in their favor. But they do, and now they have the series in their favor. Match point. We could end up getting a 3-1, and I really do because I am starving.
Yeah, I am also pretty hungry. But I'm hungry for
Predicting 3-1 jungle. Hopefully we don't curse them. 3-1 in favor of jungle.
We're going to game 5.
Senators?
Oh.
We're going to get. What do you mean we're going to game 5?
The Senators are going to win this game now that you said that.
I really hope not.
Oh, it's happening.
No.
I can.
I trust. I think Risser's too good. I think Risser's too good. I don't think he's gonna let it happen.
Nope, we're gonna go.
And Risser we trust. And game 4 we trust. And right after kickoff, it's Eli having to trust himself with a solo play. Brave almost able to get a touch on it. It's able to stay in the play. Huge touch to the backboard, but end there. And right off the bat, jungle looking really hungry to put the series to bed.
You know, I feel like this series is weird because I feel like every time there should be a goal scored, there isn't, and then the goals just kind of come out of nowhere. It really keeps you on. Yeah, it really keeps you on your toes. Eli was looking at 1v3, and as I say that, it's just wide. Oh, Crispy puts it just a bit further wide to the right. Sean leaves it for end, and the shot. What a save by Risser. Crispy once again. Risser goes missing. Shot is taken away, and. Yeah, this series is just full of it. We have everything you need in a good Rocket League series. Nobody challenges for Chicago. A brand new strategy coming out from them. As Brave, no boost. Not a lot to work with, honestly, for the entire team. A good infield pass. It's just wide. St. Paul forgets their shooting boots. And we are still tied at 0. Real. Right back to Brave. Takes it off the left corner, gets the double. Eli awkward as that second man, so can't really affect the play a ton. All 3 Chicago players on one side of the field. Brave gets a demo to stop the pressure for now. Sean a 50 across. A infield pass play, was looking for the dunk, can't find it. Crispy sends it a long way. Sean was waiting. And 3:20 to play. Nothing really happening for Chicago on offense. It's been St. Paul's lack of consistency in front of net that's plagued them so far in game 4.
Big 50 out. Brave almost able to get a touch on it. Eli to himself gets demoed off the play. Brave forces him cornering. That boomer ball from jungle has kind of been reduced. Yeah, they're getting heavy touches, but they're usually hitting them to where they can follow it up or get a pass off. Eli to himself looking to 1v3 again, goes missing. Brave there to collect. Towards the corner, Sean's a bit awkward. Brave maybe has a chance here, catches it, flick. Not able to get it off in time. Real first one on this one, keeping it infield pass that Eli doesn't have the boost to get to it. Sean waiting for his boost to spawn. Nice thing in this play, and just so you see so much aggression coming out from the jungle. Whenever they're in those kind of more awkward, those tight spots, they're not shy to send players at the ball, and I think that's been just that slight edge that they've been getting out in some of these plays. Eli, beautiful air dribble out, no boost, able to hang on to it. Brave, they let him take a shot, but Sean, they're ready for it.
Yeah, that one was just a bit too far out to really be threatening for St. Paul. Eli, once again, he's been unlocked. I feel like his team just kind of just told him, just play. It's do what you want. We're going to play around you, and it's been working so far. Just they need a goal, and then just got to see it out. But right now, ball stuck in the blue half. A good 50 down. It's not in, but it was lingering towards net. Brave a beat, a good 50. Crispy, a tad awkward. We'll just air dribble around and stall time. A good demo. Oh, that second touch from Crispy probably keeps this game at 0-0. And the pinch. Back passes to Sean, who gets 50'd away. Crispy goes, he gets 50'd away, and now Eli will retreat to his back corner and start an air dribble. Wastes a lot of boost, just 20 to work with. He's already at midfield. Brave goes. Eli can't get the touch middle. It could have been dangerous. Risser's awkward. Crispy the race to the ball. Can he put it middle? He will. No 50 in. Couldn't find the dunk. A minute to beat. Eli beats him out. Risser just stuck in that corner again. A good touch. Where's they follow nothing. And St. Paul, the offense, they've created opportunities and they'll create a goal. 53 seconds. Sean gives them the lead.
Just an awkward 50 here. Real. No boost. I think he wanted to touch that one out more towards the sidewall. Hits it right back in front of his net, and that's just not what you need if you're the jungle. You wanted to close out this game. It's been so back and forth. Still a minute left. Try to make something work here. Demo. Oh, Crispy, though, reads it well, even though he didn't really have a good read on that ball. Smokesy coming through. Air dribble bump, but it's blocked away. Brave now counter attack. But no, St. Paul is able to get a piece of it. Keep it in the jungle's half, right where they want it. Eli on the ball. Has a touch out down to Brave. Big pinch out, but Sean's ready for it. Eli turning on that one, having to force Crispy to deal with this, and he does well. Controlling the ball, gets it around one, bumped off. Stays in front, bumped into the ball. Absolute chaos on the back line of St. Paul, but they're able to get it out. Brave towards this one, can't quite find the touch, but he does find the boost. Big clear out. And to collect. Big pop up. Real to meet them there. Big beat on the ceiling, but they're going to need some offense. Eli has a lot of time to work with. Pass out to Brave. That's a bit high. Crispy, though, goes missing. Eli to stay on it. Pass out middle. Shot blocked away. Still not hitting the ground. Where is Jungle to regain on this one? Pass out to the sidewall. Blocked away. And we have game 5.
What did I say?
I was hoping. I was really, really hoping we didn't want to go to game 5.
Game 5. It's honestly deserved. This series has been so close. It's been back and forth, back and forth. It's been a pleasure to watch. Let's hope the game 5 lives up to it. Felt like both teams with 4 shots, it just kind of felt like one misplay is all that was needed to win, and that's what happened. Senators steal game 4. We head to game 5. Champions Field. Back series going to 5, and this will close out week 9.
Yeah. Before we went into the first game of today of the stream, we're really hoping for some quick games, some quick sweeps, and we get 2 game 5s. So sometimes that happens, but regardless, going into game 5, another close contender, both teams fighting tooth and nail, and it's just been the difference, the small differences in between games that have decided it. And right now, the only thing that's going to be decided is who's going to win this series. There can only be one winner, game 5. Who's going to take it? Maybe it's Eli with the solo play, but no, but it's blocked away.
Yeah, it's a touchdown right to end, but no boost for him. He'll get bumped away. The net open. Eli to finish. What? It wasn't a save. Eli just pinched it off the post. Crispy bangs it away. That one's sent a long way, and will try and take control, but he can't. Eli, good touch. Couldn't get it past Sean. Really could have been dangerous for them. Beautiful save by Crispy off a pinch. Eli goes, and we have all types of action in the orange half. A complete switch up of how it was in game 4.
Yeah, and right now it's been a lot of jungle on these offensive opportunities. Sean maybe to the ceiling to himself. Maybe was able to reach the ball again and not really able to get a shooting angle on this one. There another follow-up. Brave trying to buy his team some time. Ends up sending it middle dangerously out. Eli, though, does well with the clear. Sean's just going to sit there and wait for it. Sean up in the air. Restricted out by Real. Brave, low boost, not able to get to it. There's an open opportunity. If Crispy can get to it, no, he has no boost. Neither does Sean, and tries to receive that one. Able to get a double tap, stay on this ball towards the middle again, but Eli there this time. That's not a good touch. The last man's demoed, but it's such a slow shot. Brave able to get a hand up in time, and Jungle stay alive.
Yeah, Eli will send it a long way. 3:18 to play. Oh my goodness. Crispy will send it towards net. It's going to be just high. No follow-up for St. Paul. And with the... Oh, my goodness. I cannot talk. Holy... Whew. Ari, take it over for a second,
Okay.
please.
just under 3 minutes left. You were talking about how last time we had Rhythm, who sometimes was hard switching the gear from offense to defense. It seems that's the exact opposite with St. Paul. They have a really hard time switching from defense to offense so many times where the ball is floating in front of an open net and not a single person is really able to even get a quality shot off, despite how much time they're given to do so. And it feels like they should have at least one goal by now with the opportunities they've been given, but they haven't been there to capitalize off of it. Brave trying to stall this one out. Real dodges a demo, not able to get a touch on it. Crispy looking for a teammate, but no one's there. Eli, touch out. 50, stuck in the corner. Big accidental team bump, and might have an opportunity towards the net. Pinched out. Crispy goes missing. Real tries to clear this one out, but he's beat out. Brave, absolutely no boost. Gets a touch out. Real's there, big clear, but Crispy, the hit intercept, tries to leave it for his teammate, Sean. Beautiful catch. Eli, no boost. Able to force him high. Big 50 out, pass, middle shot, and slips it through the defense. Beautiful team play. 1 goal lead in game 5 for St. Paul.
Yeah, a beautiful pass by Crispy. The infielder was there. Couple jungle players stuck on the net, stuck on the goal line. Can't do anything about that. Beautiful placement. 144 away from taking this series. It would be a huge one for them. Real with the 50 away. Chicago's offense has been shut down these last 2 games. There hasn't been a ton of it to begin with, but it's been all St. Paul as that one's hit across Sean a good 50. No one up for St. Paul. They're happy to just let this ball linger in the air. They just have to play time. What a pinch away. And as more will tick off, Sean with a beautiful read gets a good touch and towards the corner. Real will collect and was looking for something, called off by Eli. A minute to play. Eli again. Sean just sweeps the net, clears it away. Real goes missing. The net open for Sean. Can he finish with a double? Sean the double. It is good. 2-goal lead. 58 seconds left.
I questioned Sean with this moment. It looked like that made it a bit hard on himself to score that open net, but I mean, that St. Paul running away with it, 2 goals, just under a minute remaining, and if you're Jungu, you really wanted that goal to be yours at that time to tie the game up. Maybe Real can do something here. Solo play blocked away, not able to get much going. Brave trying to find someone across, no one there to meet it. Only one there is End from the other team. Real not able to really get the touch he wants. Dunked away, and every single second is so crucial now. You need a goal every 20 seconds. It just gets harder and harder. Big dunk out, that's towards the net, and that might spell disaster, but no. It doesn't follow its way in. There's still life. There's still hope. If you're Jungle. Under half a minute now. That's a shot. That one will be the nail in the coffin. Sean secured game 5 for St. Paul.
Sean doing it all when it's needed. 2 huge goals to just bury the hatchet. 23 seconds. This one all but over unless there's some, otherworldly kickoff heroics. Eli takes it. Eli, a good pass. No follow. Crispy and Sean. Actually, all 3 St. Paul players end up going. 14. Crispy will miss. Sean gets the touch, gets the dunk, and that's going to do it. That Chicago held scoreless for 10 straight minutes. Crispy will walk it into the blue half and end the series in 5. St. Paul comes out victorious. A beautiful series from them. They locked in when they needed to, and they're going to take the win because of it.
Yeah, I mean, very close matchups today, and I mean, understandably so, all these teams being so close in standings, and now the dust really starts to settle going into the second major. You can really see where teams will approximately be going into the second major with points with seeding, and there's a lot coming down in the second major since there's so many points on the line, especially with these middle pack teams that are so close. It's going to really come down to who's going to beat who in that Swiss, who's going to get knocked out, who's going to go into day 2. and I'm here all for it. You guys, we have more action coming next week. It'll be we actually no, we do have a week break. We do have a week break after this week. We won't be coming back until the July 11th will be our next stream. On Thursday, you can catch us there. I've been Ari, here with Iwu. Thank you so much for watching.
See ya.
You lift me off of the ground. I close my eyes and I wait for the come down. I used to live in the now. Now I'm wiser to think that we are